have been gravely concerned about the future of forestry in British Columbia since I was sworn in as Premier coming on almost 3 years ago. We arrived at the height of yet another dispute with our largest trading partner on softwood lumber. We had seen that over the past 2 years, the end of the beetle wood that was keeping many mills going and changing the way we paid rent on the land, keeping in mind that our public forests are a public asset, and we ask companies to harvest those assets and doing it in a way that creates wealth and prosperity in communities across the province. That dynamic has been changing over the past number of years, and to have successive fire seasons on top of the softwood lumber dispute, market prices tumbling as challenges around housing initiatives in the United States and elsewhere started to tumble as well. Layer a pandemic over across of that. Of course, I'm very, very concerned about the forest industry, but I am absolutely buoyed by the resilience of forest-dependent communities. Merritt, for example, where the Aspen Mill I visited several times over the past number of years. The people of Merritt are resilient. They will find a way forward. Our forest assets are still very vital to our economy, not just in rural BC, but in metro areas as well, and of course on Vancouver Island. So I'm confident that as we start getting back out from underneath the pandemic crisis we are in today, we can refocus our efforts on moving to a more value-based approach to forestry rather than volume. When we had pine beetle that we had to get out of the forest as quickly as possible while it was still marketable, and to keep our live forests prosperous, we had to cut faster than we could sustain over the long term. Now we have to focus on adding value. Mass timber construction, cross-laminated timber facilities are starting to emerge in British Columbia. I think that's the future, and I'm confident that our rural communities will be there well into the future, depending on forestry and a host of other economic activity that keeps British Columbia so dynamic and diverse. From the Yukon border to Washington State and to the Pacific Ocean and the Rocky Mountains. We're very, very blessed to have an abundance of natural resources, and even more blessed to have resilient people that are innovative and dynamic. And when we get through this, we're going to be as strong as ever.